this is Ryan here from CNR Reviews. I'm going to do a quick review today on the, well, not really a quick review, but a review today on the Mosin Nagant 9130 7.62 by 54R. No, this is not a 308. No, you cannot shoot 308 rounds out of it. It does have a rim on the casing. Chad, can you help me out there? It has a rim on the casing, and 308 does not. So you cannot shoot that.
Remember, a 308's a 7.62 by 51 millimeter.
Yes, by 51, not by 54. This is a 54R. So now we do have a couple different types of ammos. One is a surplus round. You guys can kind of tell it's a little bit different here. It does have a silver tip, lacquer on there.
It is corrosive.
It is corrosive, and that's because of, I believe it's like a sodium primer. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's the primer that's the problem. Over time with shooting it, if you don't clean it correctly, it could cause rust in your barrel and your receiver. So just make sure you put some Hops number 9 through there, Hops number 9 solvent. Run a patch through, run some more patches through to make sure it's nice and clean, or run a patch of oil through to make sure it's nicely oiled to prevent rust, and that's it. That's all you have to do to clean off the corrosive ammo. So, Herder's does make, now here's the Herder's box here. Okay, Herder's does make some steel cased 7.62 by 54R, so you do not have to buy surplus ammo if you don't want to. You can spend a lot more for it if you'd like. This is 20 rounds, and I believe that is about 15 bucks. I bought it for $9.99 on sale at Cabela's. The surplus rounds, you get 440 of them for 89 bucks. I think that works out to be about $4 for every 20, somewhere around there, about, you know, $4 give or take. So it's a lot better deal for the surplus, and there's nothing wrong with it. It actually shoots perfect. We shot about 40 rounds our first time out, and it was flawless. Very accurate too. So all right, let's go over some of the accessories that the Mosin comes with. First of all, it comes in this really crappy cardboard box. The second thing that you'll notice is the gun itself. And then the third is this little pack of crap that you get with it. Now, it's full of cosmoline. And cosmoline is like Vaseline. And I'm sure that if you guys are watching this video, you might have watched the other cosmoline removal video that we have out. And it's just this yellow, grayish, nasty crap. So anyway, comes with this little oil can. It's a two-stage oil can, or a two-chambered oil can. Never going to use it again. That's why I didn't really fully clean it off. Bayonet, which could be numbered to the gun. Probably not though. So make sure that that everything is well, yeah, everything's cleaned off. You got to make sure that everything's cleaned off before you shoot the gun. But and the best way that we found out with that is putting the smaller parts in the oven about 150 degrees. That cosmoline just melts right off. The other accessories that you get a cleaning rod that actually fits onto the rifle itself. There's a groove here underneath this strap. You also get the strap here, the shoulder strap. It does attach to the weapon at 2 different points here. You get this in the bag. You also get this little handy dandy ammo carrier, and what you can do with that is you can fit about 15 rounds each side with stripper clips here, so you can carry about 30 rounds on your hip. If you have, I believe you either get 1 or 2 with the package. The other thing you get is this little tiny case here, and what this has in it is a whole bunch of tools. Now you get your teardrop tool, which is used to break down the weapon, and the center 2 little grooves here are used to measure your firing pin to make sure that you're not going to punch through your primer. So we'll go over that in a separate video. It's too much to get into right now. So be on the lookout for that though, because that is a very important video that we'll do. Then you get a whole bunch of other parts here, and honestly, if you don't know what to do with them, they're kind of useless to you. But if you're planning on using this rod here, what you can do is you put this metal part over, make sure the holes are at the top here. Then you put the hole here, make sure that that goes on first. What that is a cap. Then you take your little rod here, and you can put it through the hole that's in the top of the cleaning rod. Then you actually snap that cap on, and there you go. You got your cleaning rod. There's another thing on here that's actually a patch pusher, so you can actually push your patch through the bore of the weapon. So that's your whole cleaning kit there. Alright, so that's pretty much the accessories that you get with it. We did change some things out on the rifle. Number one, we changed out the metal butt plate because we didn't want to bruise ourselves, and also it makes it a little bit more comfortable to shoot because we're bigger guys, have a little bit longer arms, and this adds about 1 inch onto it. So there's the rubber butt pad. Also, this ammo carrier here, this little elastic strap here, holds about 9 rounds. Well, it actually holds 9 rounds. And from what Chad is saying is that his face actually hurt a little bit from the recoil of just the bare wood. Mine didn't hurt at all, and we're thinking it's because of this. It made it a little bit, just that little bit of cushion there. So, overall, we own 4 of these Mosin Nagants, or Mosin Nagant, whatever. So, they're all 9130s. We have 2 1943s, 1 1940, and 1 1934, which this one is. Really, we don't see any accuracy differences. This one is a hex receiver. We do have a round receiver low wall, which if you guys actually look into it, there are some differences there. It's mostly aesthetic stuff. Before the war, after the war, during the war, blah, 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 all that crap. So, we haven't seen any accuracy differences between these different rifles. So don't buy into the hype on that. If you're a collector, yeah, you want to look for the different markings, and if the hex receiver is more wanted than the others, go for it. But if you're just going out to have fun, I mean, we only spent between $100 and $120 for all these rifles. Well, not for all of them, but for each of them. And honestly, that's a cheap rifle that you can just go out and have some fun with some cheap ammo. And it's an accurate gun. It can shoot supposedly up to 2,000 yards, even though we're probably only going to shoot it up to about 600. But yeah, I mean, it's functioned flawlessly after we got all the Cosmoline off of it. And they've just been a really good rifle, a really fun rifle to go out and shoot. Definitely recommend that everybody owns one of these, just for fun. And if you want to buy one, don't spend more than 120 bucks, unless someone's going to take all the Cosmoline off for you. So
this is also a really cheap beginner's gun that you can throw away, you can destroy. This is also extremely cheap hunting gun. You cannot find a gun that shoots a bullet this big for $100.
Yep. There is one more thing that I want to go over, or there's a couple different features that I want to go over on the gun. One is the decocking feature. Don't try this with ammo inside of the gun, though, because it will not work. Say you're cocking the rifle, and you don't actually want to fire it. Or you're putting it down, and you don't want to dry fire it. What you can do is you can bring it back up to the second stage here. When the bolt's fully open, you just pop it down, one little drop, press the trigger, and it will decock the weapon. It's very, very simple. So I'll show that to you one more time. Cock the weapon, move it over just one notch, decocks it, and it's totally fine. Now, another thing that not a lot of people realize is that this actually has a safety. This weapon has a safety. Thank you, Hickok 45, for showing all of us that this weapon has a safety.
Because nobody else does.
Because nobody else shows you this. When you have the bolt cocked, like I just did like 4 times, what you can do is you can take your fingers. Now this is hard to do, but you can do it. You pull back on the back of the bolt here, and you turn it, and it'll move over onto the receiver. Now that is a safety. This weapon is now safe to move around, even with ammo in the chamber. So to decock it, you just pull on it again. Oh, it is a bitch to do, but You pull it again, and it is ready to fire again. And I'm just going to decock mine rather than dry firing it. So we bought these at a couple different places. One Cabela's, the other one is Big Five. So you can pick them up a bunch of different places. Again, between $100 $120 is the best deal that we've found as of right now. Fun as shit to shoot. Go out and buy 10 of them. Again, this is the Mosin Nagant 9130. Shoots the 7.62x54R round. And this is Ryan and Chad from CNR Reviews. Thanks for watching. Let us know if you guys have any questions.